go. We got the trommel set up. A material that's right there. We ain't got to bucket it up. Now our shovel head isn't set up so much. We're shoveling directly in. That's alright. We got shade. We got material. Pond's starting to fill up just a little bit. We're going to get some of that Michigan shiny today before we do the seeded dig tomorrow. Woohoo! It's going to be awesome. Y'all need to get outside. I'm telling you, it's going to be a beautiful weekend. While the Purple Prospector plays, Web Wrangler going to go look at some stuff. So let's go take a look at what somebody gave me a heads up about the other day. This is a little pond, wading pool. Part of it's way back in the day. This is some of the material that's coming out. I don't know if you can see it. That's almost red. It's so rusty. So what we're going to do is pick up about 9 pails and run her through. Yeah, buddy. There's a lot of it. It's right on the top. So I'm curious about that. Under the grass here at camp, about 6-7 inches down, is this layer of sand and pebbles. We're going to run some of this just to see what happens. Wish us luck. Alright, so here we go. We ran the material. That's what I got left. Just filling the tub up, and we're going to pan it out. And if we're lucky, we'll have some shiny. Stay tuned. Okay, so I'm got yapping and boo-boo, guys. I washed all my stuff back into the tub, so I couldn't show you the reveal. There was 12 colors off that material. Not too bad for pretty much exclusively red sand. I saw bits of galena, some pyrite, a couple of nice garnets. So it's different, but yeah, there's some gold in that stuff. So now I'm gonna keep it down, take a break, have dinner, maybe do an evening run. We'll find out. I'll keep you appraised. All right, guys, my third run is done. This is kind of what the map looks like. A little bit of black sand visible right there. 18 buckets from behind the pile and a few buckets from right over there, that flow sand. Wouldn't turn out like I thought it would, so I went around the other side. Show you why. This is where I'm digging. This is all the material I was digging into last year. And why am I digging it? This, limonite. It's still strung throughout all of it. That. It's all over. Scoops are still heavy. Yeah, there's some organics in it now. But that's why I'm still digging it. I'm not a fan of the flow sand, and I'm not willing to push through a yard of flow sand to get the pay. Just not gonna do it. But tomorrow is our seeded dig, and that will be a separate video from the rest of this little escapade that I got going on. So catch you on the flip side of that special dig. Give me a little bit. Morning, folks. Today is the morning of the seeded dig in Athens, Michigan, at the property now known as Athens by the River. There is a forecast for some rain, and these two little thunder showers has spawned about 5 miles to the east of camp. My weather app says we won't see any rain till 4 this afternoon, which is perfect. So in an hour or two, we'll be knocking down some of that good Athens dirt, blended with predetermined amount of material or gold in said pile. be awesome. Yeah, boy. All right, before all the machinery gets going, what we did, for those of us that are participating in it, Purple Prospector's going to be doing the processing. We got ourselves one wheelbarrow load. We kept it kind of simple. We didn't do a couple yards, but we're going to run through the Purple Trommel. Finally got it right with the apron here. What we're going to do is finally find out what kind of losses this machine actually takes, if it takes any at all. We'll try to catch most of the material coming off the sluice tray. That's the goofy plan. But that's the plan, kids. Already got Mr. Scott over there. He's running his pile. I don't think I got the name for the gentleman that has moved to Michigan from Wyoming. That's his pile right there. This fella's working his pile. We got another fella that'll be working his in a little bit. This seated dig was kind of an off-the-cuff idea that Mr. Polly had. And if this comes out all right, maybe this will become a thing for the chapter. Who knows? But it'll be interesting to see how this flake gold that was seeded into my dirt pile here for the Purple Prospector to run, see how it behaves in this matting. This will be a twofer. Hope y'all enjoy it. Let's get going. And we're running. Justin didn't give me a chance to get set up before she started throwing the scoops in. And we got our little tray here. Trying to make sure we're not blowing anything out. I normally don't do anything this scientific when I run my gears. Oh, got more players coming in. This is good. Sky's a little overcast this morning, but no rain. Forecast is for some. Hopefully some folks don't let that put them off. Get in here close and watch this area push through. We'll bring it back when we're done running the wheelbarrow. Oh no! The weekend is done. We lost the gearbox on the trommel. The barrel will not spin on our own. We were so close to being done. We're going to send it through, then I'll turn it by hand. Then we'll do our little recovery thing. Dag nabbit. Alright, we're done. Let's give you a little peek at the mats. Ain't looking too bad. Ain't seeing no gold up high. Well, maybe there's a couple pieces right there. You can see it. But we're going to test that out before we work that. Stand by. Look, look, look. The trommel may be broken, but it caught it. There's 3 pieces there. There's a tiny little hundo right there next to it. Yeah! Woo! Alright, we finally got the mat cleaned out. Now we're going to do a quick reveal, just show you some of the color that we got from this seeded dig. I know that I also have color from the material that it was in, so we ought to have a pretty nice looking little reveal here in a second.
Yeah, that bucket, I could just put that over by the can.
How's it going?
Good. That's it, folks. We'll give you the hardcore reveal after I get this stuff home. It was worth the price of admission, folks. Maybe next year we can do this again. You need to get outside, and there's no better place to be. Hey folks, for some of y'all that attended the seated dig down in Athens back on the 20th of September, or August, I'm sorry, you may be wondering, man, where are those videos he was shooting? He was shooting them out. Well, one of them will display, talk about the failure of this part right here. That guy right there, let go. He's 12 years old. He's original to the trauma when Dean first built it. Well, now I gotta replace it. And yesterday it showed up all new, nice and shiny. But I gotta remove it and then remove that base. That base comes off this unit, and then I can put it back on. Yeah, I'm gonna have my own version of a gold rush moment, and it sucks. At least I ain't paying $30,000 for a missing part or a new piece of gear, though. Eh, we'll get to work on it. All right, boys and girls. While I may have the same reducer by number, what I don't have is the same shaft. Oh man. So I need to see if I may have ordered the wrong reducer with the wrong shaft, or I gotta get me a new wheel. This ought to be interesting. Okay, kids. So I left you with, oh my god, the shafts ain't right on the new one. Well, we got the old pulley off, separated from them. Had to get me a bearing puller to get them off that guy. But I made an amazing discovery. This guy, both shafts were covered with a protective plastic cover. So yeah, we don't have that problem anymore, but oh my gosh, we can't do it. So here we go. We're on our way, kids. We're on our way. Well, there we go, guys. It's on. We got him back on. He's tight, snug, back in place, ready to do another 150, 200, 300 yards of material through it before I gotta fix it up again. I'd be standing up and I'd show you everything, but nobody wants to see a chubby man's little belly. It's hot outside, it's humid. But the Purple Prospector's trommel's back in action. So hope that this little incident here with the Purple Prospector's trommel doesn't dissuade anybody from stepping up to a larger piece of gear that it has moving parts, such as a trommel or a suction dredge. If I can do it, and I'm not the smartest kid in the room, guys, by any stretch of imagination. If I can do this repair, not knowing the first thing about trommels other than how to feed them, you can too. See, if you're thinking about stepping into something bigger than a sluice tray and a gold pan, don't hold back. It's regret that you just won't get over. I regret not buying a dredge sooner, regret not having a trommel sooner, just like I regret not having a high banker sooner. Howdy folks, it's the 6th of October, I think it is. Holy crap, 6th of October, and I have yet to touch the cons from the seeded dig that weekend there, the chapter outing with the seeded dig. So what I need to do is I got to pull all that material, all the gold out that was seeded in, that I paid for, so we can get a look at what we did as far as recovering gold from material that I dug up and put in buckets and then Purple Prospector dumped into the header. It really looked cool with the seeded gold in the tray. Found a lot of flakes in there, and I'm kind of interested to see. A lot of folks were pounding that new material that we got dug up. I ended up, because there was so little deck space and a number of participants, I went back to the old material, found me a streak of limonite, and I went to work on that. So let's get to screening that material out. I don't think any of that seeded gold's going to go through my 12 mesh screen. It ought to be really entertaining. We'll get it separated, then we'll do a pan out. We'll pan it out and reveal it to you. Let's get to it. All right, can you see that black sand in that material? Ton of it. This is going to look really nice. All right, guys. This is with a brand new pan. It's all the big chunkers right there from the seeded dig. But there's more than that. I got a half a dozen or so pieces sitting in the truck that never made it out of the header. And I got to put those in with these. So, looks like I got some more chunkier gold hanging out in the 12 minus. Yeah, definitely. There's this guy right there. Well, I thought he was. But he's not. So that's the chunky stuff. Alright, boys and girls, here we go. We're going to run everything else through the cube and see what we got. We know we're going to see some of that seeded material in there because it was smaller than a 12 measure and made it through. This ought to be an interesting cleanup. Let's get to it. Looks like you can see some of that. I am running a piece of dream mat on the top. That's a little bit too big. I need to get me a larger piece. But it looks like the other vortex mats. No air bubbles. Ooh, I'm looking forward to seeing what this looks like. Ooh, yeah. Alright, boys and girls. Even before, almost got started with ouches. Alright, so here we go. We're going to pull the slick plate off. And then we're going to do a little revealage of the top tray. If it even shows. Ooh, you might see it. You might see it. See if I can bring that up a little bit. I'm going to rotate them over. Turn them down a little bit, and then we're going to zoom in. I'm outside and this screen does not do well on the outside. You see some of that? See some of that? Here, let me do this. Yeah. See how a lot of that color ended up on that one side. All that big stuff. Is my seeded material. This would look way cooler if I had my, wow, look at all the color down there. The water might be cloudy, but I think that's all color right there. We're going to do this mat all by himself. This was why Mr. Polly decided to hold the seed on. It's that wow factor. That is cool. When you open up your tray, that's awesome sauce right there. Okay, let me get this thing set up so we can kind of get it all out and we'll put it all in a pan. Just this top tray. If we could only do this outside. Welcome back. Think about this, guys, is that top mat's going to also be holding a lot of my fine gold. And we're not probably going to see that much of that because we'll all be focused on the big stuff. Here's what we're going to do. You see that? Now we got to work it out. Be back in a minute. Alright, this is as good as it's going to get with all the chunkies in there because I got quite a few bits of Athens in there as well. I'm hoping they're showing up because I can't see them on the screen. There's probably 24 colors at least for that little bit. Not bad given that we blew that pulley. That is from the seeded dig. This is in the other tray. Got a few flakes right there. Maybe one or two. Got a lot of black sand in this one as well. Which is probably going to have a few colors in it. A lot more garnet in this tray. But from here on out, I'm just going to burn to the final cleanup and then we can do a full reveal. This is pretty cool. Alright kids, we finally got through it. Man, I hate playing with this stuff. I'm more about just running rocks, but yeah, had to hurry it up because, ooh, that's getting dark over there. It said it was going to rain later on today. But anyway, I tried to get the big stuff from the seeded dig, that stuff away from that stuff. I didn't do too bad for such a little bit of runtime we had before that pulley or reducer gear busted. I'm hoping next year my chapter does that again, because that's just the coolest thing when you see your pan. You take the top off your cube or expose the head end of your sluice tray on your trommel, your dredge, your high banker, and you start seeing chunks right on top. That is just way too cool. It's an awesome experience. It just soups you up. And then if you ain't got gold fever after you see a couple big chunks hanging in there, woo, doggies. So, you know what I'm going to tell y'all. It's October. Some of y'all out there getting that horned gold. It's bow season. Some of y'all getting fixed and ready to go get some of that fin gold. That walleye's coming. And some of us, you know who you are still trying to turn a few more rocks through their sluice tray, wash them off to get a little more shiny. Whatever you're doing, I hope you get out there and do it, because there's no place better than being outside. There just ain't no better place to be. Thanks for watching, guys.